It is December the 31st, 2020. This is the Minorcan Mullet Report for the last day of the year. Hey, did you see that? Can you see the problem? Well, it took me a second and I had to do a double take to notice. First thing we noticed today when we got out was that there was no cutting going on, and the offshore block, the east side block, was down towards the deck of the VB 10,000. And then we started looking a little closer because something didn't look quite right, and we noticed what is a pretty big problem in the world of craning, and that is the block is twisted. Yeah, if you look in there closely, you can see, and we're gonna point this out to you here, that the block has twisted. I've got to point this out with this red arrow. You can see that the cables were, instead of having several cables coming down, it just appears to be one there. This is where the cable twist is, and there could be a few things that cause this problem. One of them being excessive load put on the cable and kind of springs the cable. That can be straightened out depending on what the configuration is. It usually involves pulling the cable back through the blocks. They may have a different setup. They could have a swivel up at the top of the cable, which allows the cable to turn once they take the tension off of it. But crane cable comes in two different varieties, really, a right-hand lay and a left-hand lay. If you put a right-hand lay on a left-hand lay cable drum, you can have the same problem. We wouldn't think that would be the case here. And we're hoping that they're able to straighten this out pretty quick. So we were out on the water for 3.5 hours or so today, and we did kind of look around the site while we were there. We like to pick up on the things that we see, and one thing we did see was the number of environmental boats are still out there in significant numbers. They're out patrolling the funnel ends. This was an outgoing tide today, and we saw quite a few of our environmental friends out there on skimmer boats and boom boats, boats with absorbent sock they use if they find or encounter a spill. And that flotilla, it's always kind of comforting to see those guys on station while the cutting operation is taking place. I would like to give a shout out to those guys. I think they really do a good job. They know it's in there, and I'm sure that they do their best to try to keep it contained inside the environmental barrier. But there's going to be leakage. It's just inevitable that it's going to happen. And it's really good to see these crews putting in the time. We appreciate their sacrifices they're making to be out on the site and doing their best to prevent any environmental damages. Well, what do you know, as we were getting ready to pull the anchor and head on back in, looked over and voila, they've straightened the cables. Hopefully this has gotten them back where they can start cutting again, because we saw no cutting activity taking place while we were out there. But hopefully this is whatever repairs they made, straightened out the cable and get it hooked back up to the chain, and continue with the cut. You can see they're really making good progress, and hopefully they'll have this section cut soon. On a secondary note, we actually made the local newspaper today. We were mentioned in there for some of the footage we brought to you guys on Sunday. So I guess it's kind of good to see that the local guys are kind of picking up on us a little bit. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, hit the subscribe button. Send us some comments. You know we love getting comments. And above all, you guys stay safe. And everyone, let's get rid of 2020. Let's send it out of here. And let's all hope and pray for a better 2021. Stay safe.